So we've cut this blade. We just really cut the heck out of it. But this basically is all I'm going to use right here. Got a cutting edge. I got a flat spot on there. It needs to be finished welded down flat. And as far as the pivot looks like somebody had made that out of a piece of galvanized. It's completely junk. It's all been patched together, and I thought, I don't want to start out with that. So we cut the bottom out of it, and we're going to reuse this and put this on the back side of the blade. And then I found a collar that fits it real nice, and I'm going to run my support coming forward off of that. And then on the very outside edge of the blade would be a little bolt hole, and I think I can try to figure out a way to drop a pin in it in a couple of different positions to get a 45, and a straight. So after we got done cutting that blade all down, we ended up with about a third of it, I guess. This is what we've got now. This will be the pivot. It'll be attached up underneath to the frame some kind of way. I haven't figured out how I'm going to do that yet. And then out here we'll have probably a pin on each side where you just pin it in whatever position you want. It's pretty substantial. It's pretty heavy. Put a grease fitting in the back of it there. Give you another look before I stick it back up underneath of there. So you pull 2 bolts out and you can pivot it at 45 and repin it. Or you turn it the other way and repin it, so you have 2 bolts in it that holds it at whatever you set it. You set it straight or to the right or to the left. Tomorrow, weather's nice. We're going to take her outside and grade the driveway. See what kind of a job it does. Found 3 problems. First problem is the back of the tractor is not real stable. It's got a lot of little wiggle in it when you move the blade down, so we got to do something on the back of the tractor, put duals on it or widen the wheels out, or we have to do something with the back of it. That's the first problem. The second problem is the blade going up and down, the hydraulics are way too fast. When you move the hydraulics, just try to move it just a little bit, it goes about 3 inches. So we got to slow the hydraulics down so that it's more operator friendly. And the third one was that the edge of the blade, when you're grading the rock, the edge of the blade wants to take, and it hits the edge of the blade and it throws that rock out. A lot of it comes down the blade, but a lot of it gets thrown out. So we don't want to throw anything out. We want to get all that rock and put it back into the driveway to make the crown. So we need to build a little shoe or something on the blade to get that rock to not fall out on the outside. So I've already dismounted these 2, and I've got these 2 to dismount yet. I got these from my nephew. They're duals. They came off of a John Deere, but they're the right size to fit on this motor grader. So we're going to dismount these real quick, and then we're going to mount these on these rims. Before we do that though, we're going to clean the rims all up and paint them, and we're going to take the ones off the machine and we're going to clean them all up and paint them. So we got our duals all bolted on both sides. Now we've taken the front tires off of it. We got them back there. We're cleaning them and we're going to paint them. Then we're going to start removing. We're going to remove all these decals. And I don't know about these. I'm going to try to get them off with a razor blade because they're sticking out a little bit, so I can maybe reuse them. But I'm going to rip all these decals off of here, and the ones underneath of the seat here, all these little decals, get rid of all them, start getting it ready for some paint. I found some air tank drains with some nice little cable. We'll take the drains off and attach it to the hood, and then we're going to attach it to the hydraulic tank so the hood can only go over so far. So I knew there was a couple of rings on that old muffler for a reason. So I've got my cables hooked onto my hood, pulled my hood on there. We've went down and we've pulled the front wheels off. We found a bunch of bad bearings in the front wheels. So we replaced all of them. We wire wheeled the front wheels and cleaned them up, painted them, took the grease fittings out, made sure everything takes grease. We've got our frame, our subframe all painted. We did the same thing to the back wheels when we mounted the duals, cleaned them all up. So now we're pretty much getting ready. We're sanding on this body, this Kubota orange, and we're going to get ready to start painting the Kubota orange next. So here we have our speed controller all hooked up. Pressure comes up, feeds it, depending on how far you squeeze it off. So they make these things in two different styles. One style, it's regulated in one direction, free flow in the other direction. This one is regulated in both directions, which it really doesn't matter because oil's only going to go one way. Give you a quick look at it before we paint it. Unmasked everything and put the reflectors and the lights and everything back on it. We got the hood sitting there. We're still waiting for the decals for the hood. That's going to be a surprise. I got a special name for it now. My grandfather named all of his tractors, and I'm going to name this one. So anyhow, we're working on the seat now. These are all the seat parts. We're getting them. We've got them all cleaned up. We're getting them painted. We've got the headlights put back in. Everything's on it basically. The only thing I really screwed up here, and I should have never cut that blade down, because now with the duals on, I've got two pieces here that I chopped off, and if you kind of eyeball it from the edge of the blade to the tire, it needs to come out a little bit farther when it's on a 45-degree angle. So I'm going to put those back on, and then I'm going to have to change this extra little wing that I bolted on here. I'm going to have to move it out farther, which, man, that thing really works well when it comes to you know, if it rolls off the edge of the blade, it leaves a windrow of rock and your driveway keeps getting wider and wider and wider. Well, this, it picks it up and it puts it right back over in the middle of the driveway. It really works well. We've got our valve on to slow our hydraulics down. We got our floor mats put back on. I've got some diesel stickers coming, and I've got a name coming for it, and hopefully I get them here real soon, and we'll be done and ready to try it out again. But so this is a pair of Harley-Davidson exhaust pipes that my son was throwing away out there in our scrap metal bin. But the diameter of the pipe is about what I need to put an exhaust on this tractor. I unwrapped this one and it looks like it's in pretty good shape. So I'm going to unwrap this one here, and then I'm going to start cutting out the elbows and the bins and put me together an exhaust that comes out and up over the top of the hood rather than blowing it down. So this is what I was thinking about for an uphill exhaust. I've bologna sliced the top, coming down the side of the hood, and then coming into the original muffler. Have some spare parts even. So basically that's your muffler, and you see where I built the turnout up there at the top. So I'm going to try to polish the thing, make it look nice. We'll see if I do any good polishing or not. So this is what we're up against today. It's 1 degree out here, and it's snowing. We're supposed to get a foot of snow. So I'm not going to get it out and tear it up with the ground being frozen. I'm sorry about that. I really want to take it out and let you watch it work with all the modifications, but it's not going to be today, that's for sure. And I want to post this video, so. How do you like that? My granddad named all his. I named this one Stretch. Duals. Makes it easy to get in and out with the armrests folding up and down. We've got our umbrella holder. We've got a cooler. We put a trailer hitch on the back of it, that's in case we want to pull a little roller or move a trailer around the shop or something like that. We put us a beverage holder on the side. Always got to have a beverage. We got our speed controller on. Right now it's set just about the way I like it. It's not too slow, not too fast, just about right. We redid our grasshopper seat, got it all put on there. We've got our Harley exhaust, which I really like. It comes out up over the top, blows it away from you. I like that a lot. We've got our little shoe that we put on here for getting the edge of the rock. So you just take this one bolt out, and this little dog lands right between the cutting edge and the backboard, and it keeps it in one position. So if you run your blade any other way, you just take that one bolt out, take it off. It's really turned out to be a nice little project. We got our headlights and everything back in. We got a pretty decent paint job on it. I figure you'll all like it. Somebody was asking me where I get all my parts from. I get all my parts from stuff that people have given me over the years and stuff that I've tore apart. I've got boxes of stuff up here. Like this whole box up here is full of hydraulic cylinders and valves and spool valves and pumps and Detroit diesel parts and just all kinds of different metals and things like that. I mean, everybody wants to know where I get all my parts from. If you look at all the metal that we've got laying around here that we've acquired from this, that, and the other thing, it takes a lot to build something, but I never throw much away. It gets pretty small before I throw it away. But I'm real happy with how it turned out. Real happy with it. The extra weights on the back to help hold it down. We put a shackle on the bottom of it there, just in case we get hung up and we need somebody to come give us a tug, or we need to pull somebody out or whatever. Pretty nice little tractor. Replied he thought I built this thing in the first part in a day. That didn't happen. The first video was 2 weeks. The second video was 2 weeks to get it done. I really wanted to take it outside today and show you it working, but that's not going to work the way it is out there now. I hope everybody liked the first video, and I hope they liked the second video, and I hope they liked the way it came out. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up so I know you liked it. And thanks for watching.